Hi, this is George Baratiatka, and I would like to present a company that provides safety services called Pills Services. The project belongs in our safe hands. The structure of the presentation will be a quick intro about company, previous background, service portfolio, and training. The motto of the company is the spirit of safety, and the vision is we are a global supplier of products, systems, and services around automation. Our company is the first port of call for anyone who refuses to compromise in matters of automation. And the mission is we create safety with our automation solutions for man, machine, and the environment. And our mission is we automate safely. The company was established in 1948, headquartered in Osfelden near Stuttgart. The company has the main specialty is expertise in worldwide and local standards, directives, and laws. For the product, from a product delivery perspective, we try to provide short delivery times, fast local support, and have more than 40 different branches across different continents and 25 sales partners. Now, the company has various manufacturing plants. Still, the headquarter is in Osfelden. This is where the R&D is based. Covern is another place where the motion competence is mainly drives and motion control systems. In Ireland, in Cork, there is a software development and global account management center, which is mainly engineering design and service delivery. Petzhof in France is a production site for the relays, and Jintan, China is a production for the Chinese and Asian market. The company,
Oh,
sorry,
I
yeah.
know this. Can you tell me, what doesn't do you have in Australia?
Oh, thank you. It's a very interesting question. In Australia, we have two locations. One is in Melbourne, the head office is in Melbourne and in Sydney. And in Australia, we don't have any manufacturing plants, but we mainly provide services such as design, full spectrum of risk assessment. I will explain later about the safety life cycle, and we provide training and supply the components based on customer requirements.
Sounds great.
Thank you. Our products, we quite ecological is a very important aspect because we actually all our manufacturing sites are carbon neutral, and we utilize solar. We utilize some advanced technologies to offset energy consumption. I will not deep dive into the components, but I will give a brief overview. So we have a division that deals with sensor technologies. All the components can be broken to input, logic, output. So from the input perspective, we have sensor technologies. From a logic, we have relays, small controllers, mechatronic systems, and from the output devices perspective, we have drives, and we have a division that deals with mechatronic system, which are motors. Services we provide, as I mentioned previously, thank you for your question, was consulting, engineering, training, and we have more than 400 global service people, 40 different subsidiaries, and a global team that delivers various engineering projects. Machine safety services. I'll briefly touch base. So our services are based on a safety life cycle as specified in AS 12100 or IN, and we provide risk assessment, safety concept, safety design, system implementation, validation, international compliance services, workplace safety, plant assessment, lockout tagout system, and inspection of safeguarding devices. Everything is linked to the training as well, because this is the pillar of the safety. A brief overview about machinery safety life cycle. The idea behind the concept is to ensure safety and compliance at every stage of the machine life cycle. Design risk assessments, which basically a risk assessment to identify the gaps and to make a successful design of the system. Risk assessments based on the current infrastructure and current equipment on site, safety concept, safety design, system implementation validation, factory acceptance testing (FAT), and site acceptance testing (SAT). The risk assessment is it's a document that based on a hierarchy of controls, and you have different hazard ratings, and it's a long list of different gaps or issues that are high priority, low priority, and whatever the ranking is in between, based, as I mentioned previously, on ISO 12100. And you can see you have different priority hazard numbers, you have different scores, and the actual document will provide a full breakdown of all the issues identified on your site. And the safety life cycle captures all types of hazards, such as electrical, mechanical, hydraulic, noise, ergonomics, all the different types of hazards that can be present in the industrial site. Safety concept provides a brief overview about not brief and not in-depth overview of what needs to be done to bring the system up to speed based on the specific standards. A graphical example is, for instance, a jar. Here is a bad example for grabbing the workpiece versus a good example. So if you do it from a horizontal position, obviously it can crack, it can be damaged, it's difficult to secure, it can be dropped. And when you see a right position is from the top, because it's a secure position and you can monitor how hard you can squeeze and how hard you can control the equipment. In this particular example, it's a jar. Now, safety concept provides a safety solution displayed visually with more than one concept offered when applicable. It's a fully traceable back to the risk assessment and is separated by type of the concept for mechanical, control, electrical, pneumatic, and other systems. And it directly references to design engineering standards. And you can see, for instance, here is the system without any safeguards, and here is the guarding system that is compliant. So as an example, this is the control system. It shows a pallet with the equipment, different sensors, and the muting function. And here is the safety design. Safety design, it's a deep dive, and it gives you, for instance, a redesign of the mechanical system, a redesign of guarding, as an example. System implementation is the project management. Essentially, it gives you, as an example, here's the Gantt chart. It's a full project life cycle, full project delivery. Before, after. Importantly, based on a standard post-measure validation is a must. So when the project is delivered, it needs to be done by a third party. Never ever the same designer can produce a safety validation because it creates a conflict of interest. So it's independent, unbiased, and basically ticks all the boxes from a safety perspective to make sure that design and implementation was correct. And here is the example of safety validation. It just shows what needs to be done and how it's been done. I'll skip the international compliance services, but essentially, if the equipment is manufactured in Australia, as an example, it needs to be exported to Europe. It requires CE marking, and we can help the customers to achieve what is required to get all the approvals. Machine safety, DRA, FAT, SAT, it's the factory acceptance testing, site acceptance testing, and design risk assessment. And I will not deep dive, but essentially it's a full breakdown of the services required to deliver the project successfully. And here is the example of the document that actually based on various aspects, such as electric, pneumatic, hydraulic, different breakdowns. And the safety validation. This is how the document looks like. It's just a visual representation of the safety validation document. Safe operation of AGVs. This is a good example. AGV is autonomous guided vehicle. Intralogistics is a very growth area at the moment. So many companies can deliver the product and can deliver the full warehouse automation, but how it compliant from a safety perspective, it's a big question. So this is where we step in as a safety consultant. We help to design the warehouse based on different zones, based on different standards, based on what will be the human-machine interaction. The key is human-machine interaction. And here's some example of the standard ISO 3691. It must include some scanners, it must include some e-stops, various types of equipment to make sure that DRA, FAT, and SAT is compliant. Workplace safety services include plant assessment, which is quite important. It's a high-end evaluation of the current infrastructure. What are the most important risky safety components that need to be rectified? And it's the first preliminary stage when the full risk assessment on site is cost prohibitive, allows to give a high overview of all the services. And it shows, this is the visual representation of the document, how it looks like. High risk, medium risk, low risk, all the documents that give you the ranking to address on your side. Lockout, tagout, which is also quite important. We provide the training, we provide different evaluations across the sites, and we can help the customers to achieve their results and to have a safety system. Inspection of safeguarding devices, training. We provide all the basic introduction, fundamental, advanced expert trainings from the intro all the way to certified machine safety expert and functional safety expert standards. And it's compliant with TÜV Nord requirements. We are an agent and we can make sure that all our certificates are international and compliant. And as you can see, there are different levels. I will not deep dive, but it shows that again, from the introduction for the site personnel goes all the way to the expert level. And the part how to achieve all the certificates. So we have the web-based training, interactive class, we have the machine model, site-based training, and exercises, exam portals. And here we are, a global company. Happy to work with you to design your own training modules, whatever based on your site requirements. We can do it, no problem at all. We work with our customers. And I think this is the end of my presentation. Thank you so much. And any feedback or questions?
Very impressive. Let's start small with the risk assessment.
Well, sounds like a good start. Let's do it. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank
Looking
you.
forward. Thank you.